Welcome back to the Pitch Pod, everyone. I am Jeff Stebbins, your host, and join with me this evening, Joe Janner. Joe, how you doing this evening?
Jeff, I'm doing well. Here we are back in the pitch pod. Feels like it's been a while, but I mean, right back into the Champions League. So I know you're excited.
I love the Champions League. I can't hide it. This is my favorite time of year, Joe. I can't hide it. You want to go ahead and tell the viewers what the game is that we picked, Joe? Tell them what we picked.
We are looking at Bayern versus Lazio. This is the second leg of two, whereas Bayern's down. They're hosting. Again, though, knockout round. So we'll see how you got this sorted out, Jeff. I mean, I got an idea, but I know we're going to talk a little bit more before we get into predictions. But yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So I think most people would say going into this match, Bayern is definitely the team that they predict to win. I'm looking at it now. 76% of people are predicting Bayern wins this game. It's a home match. They're probably the more talented squad, if we're honest. Lazio they're struggling in Serie A in their own league, but at the same time, they're up 1-0 against Bayern. Bayern's been struggling quite a bit. Let me change that. Let me rephrase that. They've had their ups and downs, right? And a lot of that is getting blamed on the star player, Harry Kane. Joe, initial thoughts, are they being too critical? What's going on here? I keep hearing Harry Kane. I got to know. What's your take?
I mean, when you have those expectations and the bar is so high for a performer like that, and they're not quite getting there, you're going to hear about it. It's a talking point. I mean, we're talking about it, right? So all strikers go through times and phases where they may not be at the form. They may not have, the chances that they have been converting are not, or it's just not showing in terms of the performance at the level that you expect. I mean, especially with that type of caliber of a player, you have a Harry Kane, all the goals he scored, not scoring goals. So then we're talking about not scoring goals. I see that he's able to put it together, especially back at home. This will be a great opportunity in this game to show why we're talking about Harry Kane and how great he is as far as a goal scorer.
Yeah, I agree. High expectations on him coming in, big contract. So, some of that I get. But at the same time, last season, I think I have it on record. I had him as someone who should have been considered for the Ballon. He wasn't, but I thought he had a tremendous season last season. So I don't want to be too harsh and too critical of him. But yeah, I mean, two great squads going at it. Joe, can you kind of give us a breakdown of Bayern and some of their players and some of their strategies in the past?
Well, I think before we go into that, I did really quickly want to comment on this idea. I mean, I think Lazio is a position they would like to be in. I mean, I don't want to get in too far down, but like you could say it could be worse, right? They're in a position, having gotten a result, having gotten the win, to be up. So with that being said, it does change maybe possibly a little bit. So I'm shifting and saying it does suggest a little bit of how they might shift to go about playing this game, in the sense that they're up one, they are away. Is it going to be conservative? Is it going to be a sense where Lazio then, I mean, do they already early on just go for just keeping making sure Bayern doesn't score? Because that's all it's going to take. You keep Bayern from scoring, you go on, right? Bayern gets one, it's a draw, so we can keep on. So that then in itself, in return, I think Bayern has to anticipate that you're going to see a Lazio side away looking to do, if anything, just keep them from scoring. So it's gonna be locked down. It's gonna be tight. So I think being able to utilize and find ways to unbalance that defense and finding ways to, again, find Harry Kane. When Harry Kane's in front of goal, he's got to score. That's got to be a big part of it. So as always, I talk about this often. Bayern playing their game at home. You look at the numbers, they should come out victorious. They should get the job done. But it's not going to be easy. I don't think that it's going to be easy for them to do, because I think Lazio is in a position, again, based on the result, based on where they are, what they can do, knowing what they can do to get through, is going to make it really challenging for Bayern. Now, Bayern goes and scores one early. It changes the whole complexion. So I think that's probably how they're going to – I think Bayern comes out aggressive, really. Go get that one early. That changes the whole complexion of everything. Then it's just need to put one more away. That's how I see it going down.
Yeah, I will say this. I was kind of surprised on the first leg that, Lazio in a 4-3-3, how much trouble offensively Bayern did have. And I happen to have some of the stats in front of me here that I think are kind of interesting. Shots for Lazio that game 11 to Bayern 17. Shots on target 4 to Bayern's 0. Although possession 39% Lazio versus 61% Bayern. And all the other stats are looking about similar, except for the red card, of course. There's only one in that match. But so that's kind of interesting, those stats and what they reveal right there. But I think for me, the big takeaway was when Pedro entered the pitch. Alberto is another strong player in the Serie A league. So I get it. Bayern's a favorite. I get it. Harry Kane, he probably will show up and at least get one, whether it's in the field of play or whether or not it's a PK. I don't know, but he probably will get one this match for sure. But I think Lazio's a dangerous team because they have so many different people that can score that it's hard to limit them and isolate certain players. So this is going to be a fun game. And Joe, I don't want to rush you, but I think I'm ready for my prediction if you are.
I got it. I'm good. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead, go out there. I've almost all but said it, right? So I might as well just put it out there. It's Bayern with the win, 2-0 to go through. And yeah, we'll split the difference. One goal for Harry Kane for sure.
Okay. Okay. I think you're going with the majority of people. I think that's a fair prediction, and I think that we could definitely see that play out. However, I'm going to go in a different direction. It's football. Things
True.
happen. Things
That's
happen.
right. That's right.
And with the up and down of the season for Bayern and all kind of the drama that's happening behind the scenes, and
Mm.
I again, I think yours is probably the more likely one, but for whatever reason, I had this game ending in a draw, 1-1, and that's making Lazio moving on. Sorry, Bayern, but that's what I got.
Wow. In this round of 16 out, Bayern, I think that's got to be a big upset then, right? I think we all but said it, right? It's a big upset.
I think it is. I think it definitely
Okay.
is. But
Okay.
that's why we watch.
There you go.
Can happen. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and hopefully everyone out there gets a chance to tune in and enjoy the match. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you like what we bring you here at the Pitch Pod, please do us a favor, hit that like and that subscribe. Don't forget, we're available on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. Thank you, everyone, and keep pitching out there.
In a game, the round ball, round posts, anything can happen.